episode 8 of Arrow. We have made it through 8 episodes already, and we are on episode 8, Vendetta, and basically this one is we are continuing the nice little love story, apparently, between two broken worlds of Helena and Oliver. Oliver's still trying to help Helena become better, not just become this loose cannon vigilante that she thinks she is. He's trying to help her and teach her how to be better, how to use the powers that he has, or his skills, I should say, for good use. Instead of killing everybody, you can do this with them. You don't always have to resort to the final of putting them in the ground. Like, you could send them to jail. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, there are other ways of finding justice. So they spend a lot of time together working, and Oliver training them and getting closer. Obviously, Diggle does not like any of this, which I 100% agree. They do not need to be getting together. Oliver does not need to be getting this close with somebody unless you know you're going to be with her forever. Like, you are giving up all of your secrets and just giving up every detail. Like, this is going to bite you in the ass, dude. Like, 100%. So, obviously, Diggle is not a huge fan of this at all. But, obviously, you got to let Oliver make the mistakes. Him and Helena are getting closer together. And obviously, the training and everything like that, So, obviously, Diggle's keeping his distance. He's not a fan of it. Tommy and Laurel have their love story going on, which is getting to a rocky point because Tommy's still getting used to the whole being broke and everything. And something that Laurel tells him to do is, hey, go ahead and ask your buddy Oliver because he's opening a nightclub. Like, you'd be the greatest person for it. Hate the qualities of that, of you, because you're so great at those. But, hey, you need a job. This is a way to make money. Why not do it? So, obviously, Tommy's not a fan of asking Oliver for help. And basically, they have a scene where I hate to admit it, but I agree with Tommy. Like, it's a scene where Tommy and Laurel are out to dinner and they can't get a table, but Oliver and Helena are able to get one. So they agree to eat together, which, bad idea. Having dinner with your ex and your future girlfriend and your best friend who is dating your ex. Like, that just sounds like an absolute nightmare right there. But of course, they have dinner. Helena finds out that those two dated. Tommy's not a fan of Laurel being like, hey, Oliver, why don't you help your best friend out? And Tommy's like, look, Laurel, I don't want to go to Oliver being charity case, I don't need him to fix all of my problems like he would fix yours all the time, Obviously, he's your white knight. Go love him. Just leave me alone. Clearly, do not talk to me anymore. So nobody in their right mind could have seen that blow up, obviously. Helena still wants to get back at her dad. She's still fighting that vendetta that she's got, so slowly she is moving away from Oliver, but Oliver's still keeping her close to make sure she doesn't ruin the training that they've been doing. My man Walter still digging up stuff. Like, he's getting too close. Obviously, people aren't liking what he's finding. He's not liking what he's finding because obviously it leads to things that might not end up well for him if he keeps digging. So I'm very interested to see where that goes here. After their whole blow up and everything, Tommy finally comes to terms and tells Laurel, hey, I'm sorry, I'm just not used to this whole being broke and not being able to buy you anything you want. I'm not used to being this blue-collar guy having to go to a job, punch a clock in, and make money that way. I'm so used to always having it handed to me. So, obviously, they're getting back together. Helena goes on her own and starts a fight between, I think, the Triads and her dad's mob. So, yeah, not a great way about going about doing that, Helena. So Oliver's pissed because he knows it was Helena that did it. Because, she's mad that they both went to dinner with his ex, and he didn't say nothing, like the stupidest reason. So she figures, I'm going to start a war. So the Triads go and attack her dad and start a fight at his house. Oliver heads there to try and save him and hopefully talk to Helena and be like, look, Helena, this isn't the way to go about doing this. Like, use your head. Be smart about this. Like, you're going to kill yourself if you do this. So she is just on such a vendetta, which I get where the episode's name comes from, but she is on such a hard vendetta that she doesn't care if she lives or dies. As long as her father's company or her father's business and the mob just ends up crashing and burning, she doesn't care if she dies. She just wants her revenge, which can't really work if you're dead. You know, you can't get revenge and know that he's gonna, pay for anything. Like, you're kind of ruining that. So Oliver has to put her down. Not obvious, he doesn't kill her or anything, but he ends up taking over the situation and has her dad get locked up for years for the murders, all the mob crap that he's going on. Oliver obviously trying to talk to him and be like, look, we can do this together. You and me, we can do this together. You don't need to have this personal vendetta, this revenge tour. Like, we are a team. Like, let's do this. And she's like, no, I don't want to do this. You don't understand what I'm trying to do. Which, yes, he has no idea what the hell you're talking about. So he's going to go be mopey, sitting at a restaurant. Diggle comes up to him and tells him, look, Oliver, I don't want to tell you that I told you so, but I kind of told you so. And Oliver's like, yeah, you were right. I know you were right. I just didn't want to admit it. Like, I thought I could help her. And Diggle's like, look, man, hey, you can help some people, other people you can't help, but we still got this. We're still bros. We're going to figure this out, and we will end up becoming more, like, we got this, so don't even worry about it. Towards the end of the episode, Walter finally is figuring out how to read the book that he found, because he's been snooping, finding the book, which is the list that Oliver has. So he's finding out who's all on that list and figures out, oh, the Arrow is attacking all of those people on this list. That's very interesting. Also, Tommy finally gets the courage to ask his best friend, hey, can I get a job working for you? It's like, it's taking a lot of pride for me to do this, but I need a job because I love Laurel. And obviously Oliver, and him being best friends, he's not going to deny his best friend this, like, that's just stupid. So, not a terrible episode. Also, not the greatest episode either. Like, this one I didn't think was as bad as the last one, but I'm not going to give it a much higher grade. It's going to be a C. Some of the pros here, obviously, Malcolm Merlin, not Malcolm Merlin, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong list. Tommy's growth. As much as I hated Tommy in the first couple episodes when we met him, he has gotten a lot better. It seems like once he lost that money, he just became a better character overall. Like, he's not this selfish, bratty, party boy anymore. He's finally growing and becoming, a person of society. Like, he's contributing. He's, getting a job. He's being better for Laurel. He's telling Laurel, like, look, it's just, I'm not used to this. I can't tell you that this is easy for me to do, to swallow my pride and not be able to get you everything. And obviously her telling him, like, you don't need to buy me everything. You just showing the effort that you're trying to be better is what I need. So I'm loving the whole Tommy's growth and everything. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him, and he's actually slowly becoming a character I'm enjoying to watch, which I hate to say after those first couple episodes. Diggle's probably the smartest character sometimes in this show. Obviously had red flags right away with her telling Oliver, like, dude, this is stupid. You're going to bring her down to the Arrow Cave and give her all the freaking secrets? Like, how stupid are you, Oliver? Like, stop thinking with your lower head and think with your big head, So, obviously, Diggle is a highlight because he's not stupid. He realizes, like, look, be smart. She's freaking gonna betray us, and we can't have that. Like, she will know all of our secrets, and, like, I'm not gonna be a part of this. Like, you need to figure your shit out, Oliver. Another pro. I love Walter being a detective. Maybe it's just because I like Walter, but seeing him, being a detective and realizing, like, look, I'm not gonna sit down here, tell you that I'm not gonna snoop anymore. Like, I need to get to the bottom of this, I need to figure out what's going on, why all this stuff happened, why did you keep all of this stuff? Like, I need answers, and you're not giving them to me. So, I need to find these answers. I need to figure out what is going on, So, I love that. I'm loving Walter becoming a detective and basically trying to find answers that he's not getting. Like, I'm loving that part of the story. Like, I'm loving that part. Cons. Obviously, Oliver not listening to Diggle. Like, Oliver is supposed to be this headstrong, focused man, and a woman comes into his life and basically ruins all of that focus. Like, he is just becoming reckless, dumb, just not thinking, basically. And I hate that because he has his moments where he's not this stupid, but he's acting this dumb. Like, this is stuff that shouldn't be happening. Like, it'd be one thing if, you helped her train and everything like that. Like, I know she figured it out, but you basically gave her the secrets to all your passcodes of who you are, It wasn't like she figured it out on her own. You basically said, yep, here's a sign that says, I'm the Arrow, I'm the vigilante. Like, that's on you, dude. That's just you being stupid. Also, I am so sick of saying this. The shaky cam action, I freaking hate it. Like, when are they gonna, like, I'm gonna keep sinning this because it is annoying. Like, you're literally ruining all the action scenes in this show. And I'm just sick of it. Like, I'm not gonna harp on it any more than that. I'm just sick of how stupid the shaky cam is. Another con, it really feels like a repeat of the last episode. Helena and him get close. They talk about their feelings and secrets. And then they have a part where they split because he doesn't like what she's doing. And then at the end, they're like, whoa, okay. Like, it just felt like a repeat. And it just felt like we're watching the same episode almost, just a different way of telling it. So, not a huge fan of that. And then the last part, that final action scene. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just felt like it was underwhelming, and all of this build up for this vendetta she has, and that's it. It was just quick, boom, boom, done. Like, I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. I was not a fan of the ending there. Like, not a fan of this action scene. Like, I thought there'd be more. Obviously, I know the dad isn't going to be able to beat up his daughter, but to add more of a fight. Like, he basically was out of the fight immediately, and it was just between Oliver and Helena. Like, I wasn't a fan of it. So, I am really hoping that the show starts picking up, because I feel like these last 2 episodes, maybe it's just the story they were telling, but it just did not go with me. I did not enjoy it. Definitely made it hard to get through this one. Basically because of the last one was hard to get through. This one's only slightly better, not much better, but I'm hoping in the next video, with the next episode, it's a lot better. But we will find out and we will see. So, till I see you in the next one, I love you. Take care.